What's up guys, Braden here with SuperATV, and today we're going to be showing you how to install SuperATV's heavy-duty Nerf bars on this Pioneer 1006. So let's get right to it. We're going to grab our template and our M6 fastener out of the hardware kit. We're just going to thread the M6 screw right into the factory threaded hole. So right where you just removed the factory screw, just going to want to remove that. And we're just going to run this in. Before you get too tight with it, what I like to do is kind of get this bracket, this template, snugged up to the frame as tight as you can, then get some sort of a clamp. Just kind of get it clamped down to the frame there. And you'll probably have to do that on both sides just so it clamps in nice and tight. So we have a clamp here, we'll get a clamp for this opposite side. And on the bottom here, it has a notch that should fit around that tube. It's another thing you want to keep an eye out on. You want to make sure that this is shoved up as tight as it can be to the bottom of that tube. And just kind of snug this hardware up a little bit as well. And just really draws everything in nice and tight. As you can see, this machine has already had the holes drilled, but that's okay. We're showing you how your template needs to be installed. So now if I look across the top here, it's sitting nice and flat. We check our edges, they're butted up as tight as they can be to this tube, and that's on both sides. So now what I like to do is grab a marker and I would just run around the inside of my template hole here. So we are gonna leave the template installed while we drill, but you know, if you kick a drill bit around the wrong way or you hit it at an angle, it may try to move this template around. So what I like to do is go around each of these holes and just mark them with a paint marker. That way I know if this starts to slip or shift or anything of that nature. So again, I know we have our holes drilled. We're gonna pretend that they're not drilled. We're gonna find the center. So we're gonna hold this right in the center of the template. It just has to be as close as you can get it, and then we're gonna take a hammer and we would center punch each of these holes. Just drill straight through on each of these. So again, I know ours are drilled, but you'd go through, you'd drill all these. Once you have them all drilled, then you'd remove your clamps, as well as the provided Allen-headed hardware to secure the template. And then you would go ahead and reinstall your factory fastener that was in this hole here. Now we're gonna grab our M10 bolts out of the hardware kit, as well as our alignment washers. Come to the back side of the frame. We'll slide our hardware from the inside out, making sure that the alignment washer squares up onto the tube of the frame on the inside. Just like so. We'll do that for this one as well. And then we're gonna grab our rear section of our Nerf bar here for this side. And I like to start in the middle. It usually seems like it's a little bit easier to get the center started and then kind of work the middle, or work from the middle out. So what we'll do here is get this bolt started. We're just gonna loosely hand start this one. That way it can kind of teeter either way, so we can get our washers on. So there. Over here to this side, get that one on, up into place, and as we rotate, we'll kind of have to adjust our hardware around just a touch, and then it'll line right up. So now what we're doing here is just snugging the hardware up. There it is. So now we're gonna grab our coupler, go ahead and remove all the hardware out of it, as well as the front Nerf bar. Whenever we lift up, it will all line up together. And you just kind of have to hold this in place. Get a screw started. We're not fully installing this, so it doesn't much matter to only have one. All it's doing is just kind of holding it. That way you can judge where you need to drill your front holes at. So I just snugged that up there. I can still rotate around because I only have one screw in it. So what we're gonna do here is line the Nerf bar up to where it's sitting flat on the tube, make a mark on the top of the Nerf bar, and then make a mark straight across from it onto the frame for both of our threaded bungs here. Once we do that, what we'll do is go ahead and remove the Nerf bar, or you can rotate it down a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the Nerf bar. All we're gonna do is loosen our clamp up. So now what we're gonna do is take one of our curved washers here. So we're just gonna put a mark right in the center of this hole. And then we're gonna line that up with the mark that we just put on our frame. So we need to mark this all the way out now, just like that, so it'll line up. And then see, you can rotate this multiple ways to where it's not gonna lay correctly. So what I like to do is hold it, kind of pinch it on the side, take a level, and we're gonna level this up to the machine on the frame. And then what we do, make a mark off the edge. That way we can confirm that that's where our washer is level. We'll go ahead and remove the level from the machine. We'll lay this back up here, and then we have two lines to line up now that we know that we're gonna be square. So we'll line up our top mark and then our side mark. And then you'd come in and you would mark your hole just like you did. So we'd mark all the way around the center of it. That way we know we have a good hole there, exactly where it needs to be. Again, ours already has that. Then same concept as last time. Take your center punch, line your center punch up right in the center. If you want to, you can take this, lay it up there and kind of hold it, get it where it needs to be, find out where your center is, take your center punch, hit it right in the center, drill it out to at least 10 mil, and then we're ready to install our front Nerf bar. We have our curved washer on the inside, we'll put our curved washer on the outside, grab our Nerf bar, line it up. Just go ahead and get the hardware started. Then you're gonna line the clamp, except this time we're not gonna fully tighten one at a time. We're gonna evenly snug our screws in. So we'll just kind of get it lined up. So we're not fully tightening these by any means. All we're doing is just ensuring that we have this Nerf bar exactly back where it was whenever we drilled our holes. Then we're going to start fully tightening the hardware. So now once you've went through and installed all your hardware, you'll just go through, fully tighten everything, and then repeat all the same steps for the opposite side. Once you've done that, that's all there is to it to install SuperATV's heavy-duty Nerf bars on this Pioneer 1006. Be sure to check the description below to pick yours up today, and while you're there, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.